In this video, I'm gonna teach you 5 ways the rich manage their money. Let's get right into it. Number 1, they live like they're broke. Now I'm sure you're used to seeing wealthy people that have nice cars and big houses, but the average wealthy person is someone like your next door neighbor, is somebody that you would least expect. And most of these people are first generation millionaires. And one of the top reasons why they are a millionaire is because they live like they're broke. They live in a house that they can pay off easily and have extra money left over to save and invest. They don't go out and spend money on food all the time. They buy food that will last them the week and they're fine with that. They don't go and buy the Mercedes. Instead, they get a used Toyota that works perfectly fine and can get them from A to B. In order to become a first generation millionaire, you need to live below your means. You have to live like you're broke. And one of the easiest ways to do this is actually starting different bank accounts. One bank account can be for your needs, the money you can access at any time, money for transportation, the money for food, the money for bills. Only the money you need. The rest of your income that you don't need can go into separate accounts that makes it harder for you to touch. Out of sight, out of mind. That's the best way I can put it. If you can't see that money when you look at your bank account, in essence, you'll just forget about that money. And if you put it in a place that can make you more money, like a savings account with a high yield interest or the stock market, that money will be out of sight, out of mind, and it will make you more money just by sitting there. This is what first generation millionaires do. In fact, this is what all millionaires do. They always use money to make them more money. And that is the mindset you have to get into if you want to become wealthy in your lifetime. Think, how can I make money by using money? How can I make money work for me? You don't have to work a 9 to 5. All you have to do is make the money you have work for you. You don't have to spend your time to make money. Time is the most valuable resource, and once you understand that, you'll start putting a price on it. Start valuing it more. Because we only have a limited amount of time. There's an unlimited amount of money. There's always more money. An abundance mindset is something you must have in order to become a first generation millionaire or keep the money you have. There is so much money in the world. There's always more money to be made. The problem people run into is they think of money as a limited resource. I can only get this much. They limit themselves on how much they can make a month. And personal finance is something that is not taught in school, and it really should be, because it's screwing people. It's messing the rest of their life up because they don't know how to use money to make more money. And that's something for a different video. I am not getting into the school topic of this because I am really passionate about that. And I would love to see schools make a change in order to progress the actual lives of the students. So back to tip 1, they live like they're broke. They don't go out and eat fast food. They don't buy the new car. They only use the money that they need for bills, food, and transportation. The way they do this is they open separate accounts, put the money out of sight, out of mind. And number 2 is they invest. Now tell me, do you think it's possible to become wealthy without investing your money? Let's look at the highest paying job. An anesthesiologist. They make up to $500,000 a year. They work 10 to 12 hours a day. Are you kidding me? Okay, if this is something you love, if this is something you wake up, your feet hit the floor, and you are motivated, you walk out the door without even eating sometimes because you want to get to your job and you want to save lives, if that is something you're motivated about, all for it. That is amazing. All props to you. But if it's something you dread, you have to pull the covers out and make yourself crawl out of bed every morning when that alarm goes off. You hate that alarm sound. And then you have to go to work and work 10 to 12 hours a day with people you don't even like. If that is what it is, that is a waste of your time. That is horrible. No amount of money can be able to buy that happiness from you. Personally, if I can pay all my bills and I'm comfortable in life, that's all the money I need to be happy. Back to the point, anesthesiologists make $450,000 a year. Now, imagine if they worked 1 year, paid off their bills, let's say it was $100,000 in 1 year, their bills. So now they're down to $350,000. They invest that, and over a 10-year period, they would be a millionaire. Just by that money that they invested, the $350,000, they would be a millionaire, realistically be less than 10 years, but I'll say 10 years to be safe. They invest it in starting a business, let's say in the stock market. The point is, all wealthy people invest. There's a difference between low class, mid class, class, and high class. Low class, they live above their means when they do not have the money to spend. These are the people that you see walking around the streets with the nice shoes, the nice bags, the nice shirts, even the nice cars, but you know that they do not have that money. They have gone into debt to get the nice car. They have worked 15 hours to get those one pair of shoes. They are spending their money poorly, and that is why they are in the low class, and that is why they are poor. The middle class is people like anesthesiologists, people like doctors. That is the middle class. Lawyers, people that make a steady income by working for their money every day. They go to work for 8 hours, they come out, they get paid, they go to their family, eat dinner, go on vacation once a year, and they're happy. They're living the normal life. Now, wealthy people are the people that made their money work for them. They do not have to go out, spend their time to make money, like lawyers, anesthesiologists, even people that work at McDonald's. They spend their time to make the money. They do not have to do that anymore. First of all, they have built it up. They have already spent the time to make the money, but with the money they made, they didn't go and spend it on the shoes or the car. They invested it so they would make more money later. That is wealthy, is when you don't have to work for your money anymore. Your money is working for you. Number 3 is to track income and expenses. By tracking your income and expenses, you allow yourself to be more mindful about the money you receive and the money you spend. Now, you can use something like a notebook to track every time you spend money and every time you receive it. Simply, if you're buying gas and you spend $10 on gas, write in the notebook, gas minus $10. Now do that every time you spend and receive money, and in about a month, you'll be more mindful about where your money is going. Number 4, they stay out of bad debt. Now, isn't all debt supposed to be bad? That is a misconception that a lot of people have, and it's not their fault. They just don't teach this stuff in school. Now, what is debt? Debt is when you are in over your head on money. So, for example, you're borrowing money to start a business. That is considered a good debt. If you're borrowing money to buy a car, that is considered bad debt. The only difference between buying a car and starting a business will generate you income. And buying a car is a simple liability that will only depreciate in value over time. So a good debt, buying a business, will make you that money back and a profit in the future. A bad debt, buying a car, will only depreciate in value over time. The rich get in good debt in order to build their wealth over a longer period of time. If you look at some of the richest people in the world, they don't have that much money on hand because it is all tied up in debt. Moving on to number 5, they delay gratification. This ties back into number 1, living below your means, living like you're broke. Delaying gratification is not getting that new car when you really want it. Instead, investing that money and then buying a car off of the profits that your investment is making. Delaying gratification allows you not only to live a more happy life, but to also set yourself up for the future financially. Delaying gratification pretty much means sacrificing something now to gain something at a later date. You should take that and use that today. For example, instead of going and eating that donut that everyone else is eating, don't eat that donut because you know it's in the best interest for you not to have that at this moment. By delaying that gratification, you can start this good habit and then implement it in your financial life later. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hit the subscribe button. I post every single day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.